So, you want to buy a yacht. You've seen them. Parked off Monaco, Ibiza, the Maldives. White, enormous, slightly obscene, and at some point, somewhere between your third drink and a particularly good sunset, you thought, I want one of those. So, let's get you one. The asking price of a super yacht starts at around $5 million. That's the entry level, the okay, you're serious but not ridiculous tier. For context, that buys you roughly 50 meters of boat, a small crew, and the ability to say you own a super yacht at dinner parties, which, let's be honest, is 90% of the appeal. But here's the thing nobody tells you at the boat show. The purchase price is almost irrelevant. The rule in yacht ownership, the one brokers whisper and owners learn too late, is the 10% rule. Every year, you will spend approximately 10% of the yacht's purchase price just keeping it alive, not upgrading it, not sailing it anywhere interesting, just existing. Insurance, crew salaries, maintenance, port fees, fuel, repairs, certifications. A $5 million yacht costs you $500,000 a year to own while it sits there looking pretty. A $50 million yacht? $5 million a year, gone, before you've opened a single bottle of champagne on board. Roman Abramovich's Eclipse, one of the largest private yachts ever built at 533 feet, reportedly costs around $80 million annually to operate. That's $219,000 per day, whether he's on it or not. So, why does anyone do this? Here's where it gets interesting. Most super yacht owners don't pay for their yachts. Not really, not directly. The yacht gets registered as a charter vessel. You rent it out when you're not using it. Suddenly it's a business asset, a depreciating asset, in fact, which means in many jurisdictions you can write the entire thing off against your tax liability. The yacht that looks like pure vanity consumption is actually, on paper, a commercial maritime operation. A week aboard a mid-tier super yacht charters for between $150,000 and $300,000. The top end, your ASM, your Flying Fox, goes for well over $1 million a week. You're not buying a boat. You're buying a tax structure that occasionally takes you to Santorini, and the industry knows this. The entire yacht brokerage world is built around it. Here's a number that should make you pause. The global super yacht industry is worth over $10 billion annually, and it survived 2008. It survived COVID. It barely flinched because the people buying these vessels don't experience economic downturns the way you and I do. When markets crash, liquidity moves, and some of that liquidity moves into hard assets, art, real estate, and yes, yachts. In 2021, during a global pandemic that grounded international travel and collapsed entire industries, super yacht orders hit a 15-year high. Think about that for a second, but there's a deeper layer here, and this is the part the brochures definitely don't mention. Owning a yacht at a certain level isn't really about the yacht, it's about access. The social architecture of serious wealth operates on a geography that doesn't appear on any map. It exists between certain marinas, certain islands, certain anchorages during certain weeks of the year, Cannes during the film festival, Sardinia in August, St. Bart's at New Year. You cannot buy a ticket to these moments. You cannot book a hotel and stumble into them. You arrive by water, or you don't arrive at all. The yacht is the membership fee. Everything else is just fiberglass and diesel. There's also the crew problem, and nobody talks about the crew problem. A super yacht requires a permanent crew even when you're not on it. Captain, first mate, engineers, deckhands, chefs, stewards. A 30-meter yacht needs 6 to 8 people on payroll, 12 months a year. A serious vessel needs 20. The captain alone on a large yacht earns upward of $150,000 annually. And these people are professionals. They have certifications, unions, international maritime labor laws protecting them. You cannot just fire everyone and lock the boat. Maritime law in most jurisdictions requires a maintained crew for a seaworthy vessel. The boat has employees. You are, whether you like it or not, running a small hospitality company that happens to float. So here's the honest answer to your question. You don't want to buy a yacht. You want the experience of having a yacht, the freedom, the privacy, the geography, the dinner party line, and there are, it turns out, significantly cheaper ways to access all of that. Charter one for 2 weeks a year, join a yacht club syndicate, befriend someone who already owns one, which honestly requires the least paperwork. The people who buy yachts and keep buying them, who move from 30 meters to 50 meters to 80 meters, are not doing it because it makes financial sense. They're doing it because, at a certain level of wealth, the yacht stops being a purchase and starts being a language, a way of communicating something to a very specific audience that no press release or Forbes profile quite manages to say. What it says, roughly translated, is, I have solved money as a problem, and maybe that's worth $500,000 a year to some people. Maybe it isn't, but now at least you know exactly what you're buying.